Games Daddy. Sometimes I answer your questions. So we're going to start a little mini-series with just questions that have been posed by my subscribers, my followers on Twitter. I think followers is a correct word. Yeah, and I just wanted to thank you all for putting in such great questions, and I'm certain that I'll have missed a whole ton of the really important ones, but I'm going to attempt to go through some. If listening to me waffling on for a series of videos is understandably boring for you, just turn the sound down, put some good rock music on, and there's going to be some great raids in the background from our recent clan war, so yeah, bear with me. So look, I mean, making YouTube videos hasn't really been about me, it's been about the game, and I've tried to kind of build a community or encourage people to interact around my channel so that it's, you know, so we can all get better, we can all improve, and there's a certain element of entertainment, I guess, involved as well. So I guess the first question really is, what inspired you to make videos? Well, it's really interesting because I've been on YouTube since 2007, and I did a test video around about that time, and it was just of my little doggy, and my doggy just following a plastic spider, and it went viral, a really early viral video. It got 1.3 million views, and I was just astounded that, you know, the way that YouTube worked meant that those videos were actually of interest, because it was really not very good at all. It was a test video. So I kind of had this YouTube channel, and that's why the name is Angelico UK, because I think it's Angelic UK, because we want to be angelic. But anyway, so and then one day my son came back from school, and I had this insane army that I'd created when I was in Bombay, Canada. 220 or 240 wall breakers, something like that. At the time, you could have, you know, one wall breaker took one space, so you could have a lot more than you can now. And he came back from school, and it's like, oh, hang on a second, here, grab this iPhone. I'm going to do this crazy raid. It cost me 600,000 elixir. And he took it, and he took a video, and then all of a sudden I started getting views. And I remember looking at my phone, and I had like 0 subs, because this, you know, dog videos, nobody wants to subscribe to me. And then overnight I had 20 subscribers, and I was like, those are 20 people that I don't know. Something strange going on here. And I think at the time there were only a couple of YouTubers out there. I think there was, you know, Simon, Flammy, Pat, and I don't think I had even seen Godson at that time. And so I think it was because there aren't that many videos on YouTube that people became interested in this, and it's I think it's about, I don't know, several 100,000 views even now. But it sort of encouraged me to get more, and I was a bit kind of cautious about YouTube. I mean, I'm a guy in his 40s who makes video game reviews and talks about video games, and my early attempts at making film videos were really bad. If you look back, I was like cringing. Half of them, I'm kind of wondering if I should just delete them. But I guess for honesty reasons, it's probably best to leave them there. So I was expecting to get trolled really badly, and I didn't. I started seeing some really kind people making comments on YouTube, and it really restored a lot of my faith in the community and the internet as a whole, really. So yeah, right. I started making more, and then we got to 1,000 subscribers, and I did a video thanking people, and it was on my Mac, and it just looked creepy. You know, this big face looming at you, so I took it down. And from then I really was hesitant about putting a face reveal video up. I thought it detracted from the game, because it shouldn't be about me, and it also, I don't know, it betrayed me in a way that I didn't want to be seen. It did look creepy. The lighting was all wrong and stuff. So when I later did a face reveal video, I knew that when we were going to Helsinki, there's going to be cameras up there, and we got to 40,000 subscribers as well. And it kind of just made sense to do a video in a way that I wanted to do a video, which was in line with the whole idea that, you know, he's a British guy, you know, he's in his 40s, he probably looks like James Bond, he's got a James Bond avatar. And I'm really sorry if you thought that I was James Bond. That was, you know, but I mean, come on, seriously. The guy's living in Hollywood somewhere. So let's have a look at a few more questions. So, who is my favourite clasher? That's a really difficult question, because there's so many great clashes out there, and I think the farmers are the ones that I really look up to. So the person who got me into farming originally is a guy called Pedro Lee, from the clan I Quit, and he made, at the time I was I've been long-term forum user. I was actually on the forums before they had this forum, when they had the beta forum, because it was still around when the game went live. Anyway, so Pedro Lee came up with this idea, let's go down to 0 cups and just, farm using goblins, and he was right. He just, raking the gold in, and he put a post up on the forum, and he got a lot of stick for it. People really hated the fact that he was telling people about it, because that way there'd be less loot for everyone else. But what he did was great, because it started a whole movement of farmers. And at the time it was, yes, a couple of goblins, and you get a load of gold. And now it's a lot harder, of course, and we don't go down to sub 200 anymore to farm. There's nothing down there. Yeah, so I just started. I discovered farming, and at the time I was cup chasing. I mean, I did the typical thing, upgrade your town hall as fast as you possibly can, get as many cups as you can, and I got into a clan called Bombay Canada 2, and there's a guy called AK, who I actually physically met the guy. I went to Toronto last year, and we met up just because he's become a really good friend, and I must say he's a really nice guy. Joined Bombay Canada 2, went up to Bombay Canada 1. I got tons of cups. I mean, I was really aggressive. I was a balloon hunter, just pure balloons, nothing else. And I got to, and this is Town Hall 8 was the highest, right? This is pre the update, I think, for Halloween 2012, which brought in Town Hall 9 and the crossbow, which killed raiding. Anyway, so I went up to Bombay Canada 1, got to 103rd worldwide, which was my claim to fame. But I was such a premature Town Hall. I wasn't defending on anything. I was just all in attacking, and I could see people spending so much money on the game. I mean, I probably spent about £200 to get to 103rd, and it was mostly on attacking. There was very little I spent on the base, and I just saw this thread, and I was thinking, this is the way that I can improve. And I started farming, and kind of started I think November 2012, and I was maxed by September 2013. So yeah, I mean, it was a good, how long was that? Probably a good 10-11 months. I mean, things that, new things came out all the time anyway, so the end goals continuously, the finishing line continuously sort of moved back. But yeah, it was okay. I really enjoyed it. So we started Bombay as a cat, as a way to get away from everybody. And at the time, you couldn't find people by searching. It was really bad. So we just hid away from Bombay, because dropping cups was a bad thing to do. And then we just grew. It was just a chill clan. People started joining us. And then there's other Bombay people that decided to go farming, and yeah, they sort of came down to Bombay as a cat, and we grew and became a clan. And then I became moderator, and mods joined, and Supercell people joined Bombay as a cat as well. It was quite special, actually. It was really interesting. It was just our downtime place, really. It was a place where we didn't have to be anything other than just come along and play and not have to talk too much. Then we had a disagreement with the Bombay leadership, and we founded a Sky Clan. And yeah, 150 people moved over. We opened up another clan, so there's 200 people. That's like stragglers. And then we grew to six clans altogether. And yeah, it was just like a nice community. I think the problem we had with Sky was that we really didn't. Let's say it. We were in this same clan family, but we weren't doing enough together. And I think it was probably because we grew too big. I just wanted to get to know people and sort of build some bonds. Anyway, I'm sure you've heard enough of me for one day. Please do check out part 2. We're going to go into a few more of your questions. Take care. Bye for now.